This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back to the show. We are joined by our friend Melvin Stokes from Chef Tony's Kitchen. How are you doing today, darling?
I'm doing great, Jill. And you?
I am so much better now that we got started here. We took care of some technical issues, but we are good to go. So let's talk. I mean, Chef's Tony Kitchen. I know we're going to talk a little bit about, well, gardening in your home, wherever home really may be. Really, though, these have been very productive and fun to listen to. So I'm just curious about this whole live cooking demo in a later podcast, too. Fill us in.
Well, I tried a video. I'm not haven't done done videos before, so it's a work in progress. But I promise you, I'm gonna get one for you, and I'm working on it. Um, but I did send you a picture of a very nice meal this morning. I wanted to, kind of share. Did
Wait,
you
you
get
sent me.
the
No, I have your email with the notes. There's nothing attached to this.
All right, we'll do that later. But there's other things that something came to mind this week that if it's okay, I'd like to discuss.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I know as my website lists me as a functional nutrition counselor and chef, I know we've talked a lot about food, the healthy foods.
Yeah.
Uh, but you know, I just heard of a situation which really again made me reflect. I do a lot of reflecting, but a friend of mine has an 8-year-old who's been diagnosed with diabetes. Um, I spent most of my life working in healthcare. Literally from the mouth, I was a dental hygienist in my first enlistment to I've even worked with podiatrists and seen, I've seen people that's never had dental hygiene. That's a gross thing to see. I've worked with old men that has never had a pedicure. I
Wow.
mean, and it is unhealthy. Uh, but as an X-ray tech, I worked with a lot of people that were sick, and they had no idea what to do. When I heard of this little 8-year-old, oh man, it really, I don't know, it hurt my heart because diabetes there was no childhood diabetes was not a thing uh when I was young. And now there's a lot of kids, and it's like, how in the world does a 8-year-old develop diabetes? Or not just an 8-year-old, but when we get sick, we go to our doctor, and our doctor prescribes what? Medications or surgeries or whatever. As a functional nutrition counselor and chef, my first question is, why do they have it? And I think with children, it's pretty easy. I mean, I think of this 8-year-old. I'm thinking, why does this child have diabetes?
Yeah.
What has he been in his body for 8 years
Mm-hmm.
to create this? So, as a functional nutrition coach or chef, my first question is not only why, but what caused the problem? I mean, they're gonna give you something. Doctors gonna recommend stuff, but what started it? If we can, I think in the beginning I said everything matters, everything is
Yeah.
connected, even down to our genetics. If
Yeah.
you're born with a predisposed condition, that it could have come from genetics. Um, but the thing is, moving forward, how do you prevent that in your life?
Yeah.
Now, our bodies are these intricate animals that work. They're supposed to work. Um, and why don't they? Because they're not getting what they need. I'm sorry. I hate to be. It just hurts because an 8-year-old don't go to the store. An 8-year-old don't go stop at McDonald's. An 8-year-old don't usually cook food, so I would start. I mean, you asked how would I start? Well, basically, if somebody comes to me with any condition, regardless of age, I'm gonna say, what have you been doing? Because what you've been doing is what obviously created the situation that you're in. You know, our body needs stuff, and if our gut is not able to digest and receive the nutrients that it needs, guess what? It's gonna fail. Our body just hurts my heart to see where people they go to the doctor and the doctor will give them pills, and again, it's a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, and it doesn't fix the problem. I feel I was very fortunate. Up to age 15, I had absolutely no control over what I put in my body. But my parents, they made sure I was told we were vegetarians. We ate fruits, vegetables, beans, rice, all healthy, nutritious stuff. It wasn't until I was able at 15 or 16, able to go out and start eating the candies that I never ate before, start getting burgers and the things that I wasn't preparing. I was healthy. I used to be able to could eat meal. I'd visit one aunt and eat gumbo, visit another aunt and eat something else. The teenage years, your boys gonna have bottomless pits when they get to be teenagers. They can eat everything. But if we teach them what to eat, it took from age 15 to age 40 before I ever had any problems. And that's where I was on a cruise. Matter of fact, at age 40, and I remember it explicitly, I love cruising, but that was my first cruise. And we had a captain's mast, which was this amazing dinner. They bring out this big old steak that cover the plate. And I took one bite and I couldn't eat anymore. That's when I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. I realized I had a problem. And for the next, from 40 till 65, before I actually started to address the why and make the changes necessary. Now, ulcerative colitis is an autoimmune disease. And it starts in the gut. Our gut has these things. But they're the things that receive the nutrients. Once those things get inflamed and can't receive the nutrients, we're going to get sick. Now, it took me maybe 50 before my body started to tell me that it wasn't getting what it needed. And I've been addressing that all of my life. Supposedly it doesn't go away, but and so I still kind of deal with it, but you eliminate some things that can help you, that can hurt you, I mean, and try to find the things that can help. As a functional nutrition chef, even if someone say, well, look, I want you to cook me a great a meal. I mean, I want to find out what they want, of course, but I also have to get to know that person to find out what are their symptoms? I mean, do they have symptoms? They have allergies? It's more than just cooking a meal and saying, I'm going away now. I think that's why I'm not interested in doing big catering parties. I like intimate, so I can teach people, they can learn that you can have a cake and it can be a healthy cake. I made this morning. I tried to send you a picture. I'll try to find it and send it later, but avocado toast, and I love avocados because they're so healthy for you. Simple to make, very delicious. Anyway, I just think of this 8-year-old. Man, it's hurt my heart all morning. It's like, man, his body needs to be fed the right health area that I worked in. I've actually seen people reverse their diabetes. Diabetes is not a death sentence, but you have to make changes. You have to get, again, give our body what it needs. So as a functional nutrition, different, I guess, but as a functional nutrition counselor and that can help the body rather than hurt the body. Yeah, that hurt my heart to hear about that kid, a child that young. And I want to ask his mother, what have you been feeding him for 8 years? You said you have two boys of that around that age group. What are you giving them?
Well, right now,
Um,
one doesn't eat well. So, hopefully his body's going to make it on his own because he just doesn't. He won't eat it. And there's nothing as a parent you could do to force your kids to eat. You try the best you can. One eats great, the other one doesn't. So, I was the same way. So I can't tell him, his habits are horrible. They are, but I get it. So hopefully his taste buds will change. And I try to bribe him a lot.
Rivalry helps. But just like I said, just being a good example, and making sure that the things that there are healthy things available for them. Like you say, yeah, you can't make nobody do anything, no matter what age, even kids. And I don't know, I think with kids it's easier because they only get what you feed them. Now I know nowadays it's easy, especially in a big city where you can get everything almost any time of the day, around the corner, or whatever. But uh, children are blank slates. We just have to learn to write on those slates so that as they grow and develop, they can reflect and at least know that there are ways that they can do better for their own health and well-being. That's really, you know, that's kind of important to me. Again, I don't know if I can help. Actually, I think I can, because there's always something that anybody can do. I don't care what their condition. In my opinion, if you do positive things, you're going to get positive results. If someone hires me as a chef, as a functional nutrition counselor, those are the things. I know again. You asked that before. How do you get started? Well, that's where we start at. It ain't just the condition. What okay? And in my opinion, it starts with what we put in our bodies because we have to eat. Eating is non-optional. You got to eat. You will not live if you don't eat. Now, choosing what to eat or what to feed our families, those are the choices that we make. And again, you start with little choices, and you grow from it. I would hope that anyone that works with me, again, I have to use Amy, my assistant and my first client, because she took everything that I've shared with her, and she began her own research, and she grew. She's becoming a culinary professional of her own right. She makes her own. She made her own tomato sauce, which she still raves about every single day. Little things that you can make changes in your life that can improve your health and well-being. I think some of the challenges, I mean, as we go through this journey, you're going to have challenges. I mean, whether it be like with me with my health challenge, I realized it was, and the more if you decide you want to be healthy, I will promise you that you're going to have challenges. Changing habits, first of all, is not easy, but also our family is probably would be our biggest challenge, and I hate to say that, but uh, when people see you trying to change to improve your health and your well-being, they can say, "Oh, you don't want to do this with us anymore. You know, you don't want to eat this anymore, or you don't want to drink anymore." It's like, and they don't understand that you're doing it for you because you want to be healthy. Now, when they start to see the changes in you, as Amy, again, I have to use her because she's a perfect example. Her family opposed the fact that she wasn't doing what she used to do. You know, she don't hang out. She don't want to, she wants to eat better. So, she don't want to go to the restaurants they want to go to. But people start seeing the changes in her, how she feels, how she looks, and then they start asking questions and actually following your example. You lead by example first, I think, and that's something I'm trying to do just with myself. I mean, I still have ulcerative colitis. It's an autoimmune condition, and they say it never goes away, but you can manage it by putting the right stuff in your body. On my again, I really I wish I'd have sent you this avocado toast. I actually made a pickled asparagus, so I had a beautiful avocado toast with a fried egg on top, with a few
Yeah, I
pickled
definitely didn't get it. I
asparagus,
even
which
checked with the station. They didn't
pickled
get it
is
either. Sorry.
okay. I'll send it next week. You can show the picture. It's a great little breakfast. And avocados is filled with so many vital nutrients and minerals. It's just a superfood, and doesn't require cooking except the toast. Nice piece of whole wheat toast, and you have a great meal. You don't feel stuffed or uncomfortable, and it feeds your body good. It said, does your body good? Well, that's what my goal as a functional nutrition is, not only to give people food, but to feed their bodies good so that their bodies can feel better. That's kind of, I don't know. Hearing about that kid, it's like, man, I'd sure love to talk to his mother. You wish that they would allow me to at least talk to them to maybe think a little bit different. Because if all you think of is the things that the advertisements we see on TV, and gosh, between all the processed stuff, foods that's advertised, and all the drugs from the pharmaceutical companies that, oh my gosh, that's it's aggravating. To me, it is. I'm sorry. I kind of got a little bit carried away because it really affects me especially with kids.
No, it's okay. It's
Kids
okay.
kids shouldn't have to have diet. Yeah. So that's something that really was on my mind um a lot. So I will tell you, if I don't, people ask me, what am I doing, or why am I doing all this at this age? And I say, number one, I want to be healthy. I don't want to be sick. I mean, we all going to go, we all going to pass away at some point, but I don't want to, gosh, I used to have to take x-rays of people every single day, and they were never going to get out of that bed, and they will live a long time in misery and pain and suffering. And nobody ever tried to tell them, well, in some cases it was too late, actually. But very few doctors will tell you, let's look at your diet and let's see what you're eating. Let's see what you're putting in your body. I just don't want to be sick for the rest of my life. I want to be at peace and be able to enjoy my body and as long as I live. I think if it's So living to be 100 is really that's history book. It's like being a millionaire. Oh yeah, I'd like that too. But being happy and healthy, um, all the days of my life, whether it be tomorrow or 31 years. Um, but I think legacy it means a lot to me. When I go, I don't want to just go and be forgotten. And the only way to do that in my mind, if I can help somebody else improve their health, maybe learn something that they can share with their families, it don't matter when I'm gone. Matters that I left something of me behind, something that other people can share and incorporate in their lives to make their lives better. So, like I said, most people after we're gone, we're just gone. We might have family that'll remember us for a long time, but we're gone. But it's how you live. And sharing to me, helping improve somebody else's life, or again, teaching. I teaching is you got to teach other people something positive. I love, I was in the military, right? Actually, I went to college for a couple of years, and I'm redirecting a little bit, but I realized when I went to college, my memory, I never had a great memory. Now, everybody learns a little bit. I was in school, and there for 2 years that my grades just went down and down. And then I decided I got to go. I got to get a job where somebody can teach me something. So I went in the military. And the military's way of teaching is see one, do one, teach one. I learned how to be an X-ray tech because after basic and I mean X-ray school, they sent me to a base where I was an X-ray tech by title, but I was in charge of the department, which meant all I did was paperwork for the next 3 or 4 years. When I got out of the military, I did not know how to take X-rays. So when I went to work, because that was my field, I had to go to work. I worked hard. I worked my butt off. An exam came in, I did it. I watched somebody do it, then I went and did it, and then I did it, and then I did it again. And then I start teaching. I start mentoring new students that was coming in, and that's how I learned to be a decent X-ray tech. And that took about 20 years before I felt like I'm an X-ray tech. I know what I'm doing. I haven't been cooking for 20 years. Believe it or not, I didn't cook until, believe it or not, till I went to school. I mean, I did home chef delivery meals. I did, went out a lot, I guess. But I realized that I needed to be able to take care of myself because I was already single. And I need to be able to cook and eat good things. And that's why I went to culinary school. And that's why I got my culinary degree. And then I wanted to help other people because I love helping my veterans. So I got a degree in holistic nutrition and wellness. So it's not just about eating. It's about eating healthy. It's about putting the right stuff in our bodies that can benefit our bodies. And everything else. Holistic nutrition is not just about food. It's about your whole life, your body, your mind. What are you putting in your mind? Are you getting exercise? Are you getting enough rest? What is your connections? I mean, we all need personal connections. It is a very lonely place if you, I mean, I'm not one of these natural people just go live in the woods somewhere by myself. We need people. We cannot live in this world alone. And it's, I don't know. I'm babbling a little bit. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're
So,
passionate and clearly love what you do. You have every right to continue.
no, you have a question. I let me answer one of your questions.
Well, for someone, I mean, I know you're here. How do you appease everyone as a chef, right? Because, you're working with different types of people, different palates, different tastes. So you're going to take what the client wants into consideration. But what if they're not getting what they need and you need to kind of tell them, how does that conversation go?
The first thing, I try to listen. I try to listen very well because people will tell you, people will tell you who they are if you just listen,
Yeah.
and also what they want to.
Yeah.
If somebody tells me that they want to lose weight, but they don't want to change their eating habits, I don't know. I don't know if what can I tell them? I can recommend things that, start reading labels, start decreasing the amount of sugar. Try to eliminate reduce your soda intake. Sodas are so prevalent, it's aggravating. But some people drink sodas rather than water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's not good for you. So I take everyone where they are, um, and I will again. Being a functional nutrition counselor means having more of a therapeutic partnership between you and me, which means that I'm not just going to cook you a meal. I have to find out what you want. I have to find out what your symptoms are. I have to find out what are you missing in your diet that can help you improve.
Yeah.
I try to I never tell people what to do, Jill,
I know. I know.
but I try to share with them how certain things can benefit them. Now, if they have say a dairy allergy or something like that, again, that's why I'm taking getting going for my third degree now with the
Mm-hmm.
plant, and we're doing plant-based baking. I'm making scones and streusel, and next week I'm making the chocolate cake, and
Uh,
actually I made some cheddar biscuits with a blueberry compote for last week, and just a great recipes. It has no milk, no dairy. Uh, I share with people that you can have some of the things that you want, but let's find a way to make it healthier.
mm-hmm.
That's, I think, the big thing. I've learned that you can eat if you like ice cream.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, Everybody who does it. What kid don't like ice?
I know, right? What adult doesn't
What
like
is
ice
the
cream?
dairy? Well, I made a cream. I made a cream. You can make ice cream without milk and eggs.
Yeah,
Most people don't even think that's possible, but it
so
is. Matter of
true.
fact, I made some. It was very good. I can't wait to make new creations. Even bought me an ice cream maker. I never had one. I bought one of these newfangled ice cream makers. Makes great ice cream. Um, you can you meet people where they are, first of all.
Yeah,
I think to answer your question, meet people where they are, but as a functional nutrition counselor, we're gonna find out, we'll get very close. We're
yeah,
gonna talk about things got that's making you where you are. And
yeah,
of course, I share my experiences because I have struggled with, my ulcerative colitis and food. And as you say, I'm a real small guy. I can't even gain weight. I mean, that's one of my biggest issues. They say, never trust the skinny cook. Well, that's not exactly true. uh, you can trust me. I'm
yes.
still working on myself because none of us are perfect. So we work on ourselves and we keep moving forward.
God bless. We'll end it right there. Thank you so much for today, for making this happen. And I can't wait to see that picture now. I'm dying to eat some avocado. How can we contact you, Melvin?
ChefTony'sKitchen.com is my website. Or you can Google me at Chef Tony's Kitchen. mstokesconsulting@gmail.com is my email address. And my phone, 815-631-1966.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. And now you made me so hungry. I'm so jealous. All right. You have a fantastic day, sweetheart. Thank you again. And looking forward to next week when we speak. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
So hungry. Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.